Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
It's everybody's favorite topic today on the College Investor Audio Show, 2020 federal tax brackets. Woo! Now, we're going to discuss what is your tax bracket for 2020. Okay, so the 2020 federal tax brackets just recently released from the IRS, so we wanted to push this out as quickly as possible so that you could know. So for 2020, the tax brackets are very similar to what you saw in 19, which is good. There are just some very minor changes, but nothing major that we saw from 17 to 18, that's for sure, with all those Trump tax cuts and stuff. So the bottom line is that all the tax bracket upper limits did go up just a little bit. So the table, I'll just run through a couple of these because it could get confusing on a podcast. The 10% tax bracket for single, you can earn up to $9,875. Or if you're married filing jointly, $19,750 is the cutoff. Head of household, $14,100 is the cutoff. Okay, let's jump ahead a little bit to what a majority of Americans will be doing in these two brackets right here. So if you earn between $40,126 and $85,525 and you're single, you're in the 22% bracket. If you earn between, and then just multiply by 2 for married filing jointly, is almost gonna get you there. 24% if you're single, $85,526 to $163,300, and then the 24% bracket if you're married filing jointly. Pretty much multiply those numbers by 2, and you're gonna be pretty close. Now, the 12% tax bracket, I want to go ahead and do that too. Between $9,876 and $40,125, and for married filing jointly, take those numbers, multiply by 2, and you're going to be close. Now let's talk about the standard deduction. I hope that was okay. We have these tables, by the way, at thecollegeinvestor.com. I know this is really hard to do in a podcast when you're talking all these numbers. So the standard deduction, it's increased a little bit for 2020. Yippee! Now we're going to be jumping into just a couple of the numbers. I hope it's not confusing, but I did want to mention that personal exemptions from 2018 to 2025 as part of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act will remain at 0. All right, so if your filing status is single, it's going to be $12,400, the standard deduction. Married filing jointly, multiply by 2, $24,800, and then head of household, $18,650. Those are the standard deductions. Okay, so now let's talk about calculating your withholdings. If you'd like to go ahead and calculate that, you can use the IRS withholding calculator, and we have a link at thecollegeinvestor.com. It's basically just irs.gov, and then type in the search bar, withholding calculator, and you'll find it. The IRS does anticipate there will be further changes to withholdings in the future. Yeah, we know. It changes all the time, guys. It's not surprising. Hey, again, this was a quick one, and I hope it wasn't too confusing running through some of those numbers, but you can find everything, all the tables, all the resources, and all the links you need at thecollegeinvestor.com. Thanks so much for stopping by today. We hope that was helpful, and we'll talk to you again very soon.